today's promotion. He stands deep in the crease. Hardik Pandya.
Australia. Hector, we haven't seen the best of.
Yeah, I think Sterling is such an important player for Ireland. We haven't really seen the best of him in this tournament. He's striking at about 140 in the Super 12s, but hasn't yet gone past the top score of, 37 or so. He's vastly experienced, so he's right up there among some of the biggest names in T20 internationals. How important he is for his team, but he just haven't quite seen the best of him in this tournament yet.
Oh, trapped in front. It's high though. I think it's high, and umpire Kumar Dharmasena thinks the same thing. He's a short man, Sterling. Don't see New Zealand taking this one. Not the first time I've been wrong, though.
Third umpire director, we have a review for the LW. Original decision is not out. I have checked this as a fair delivery. Move on to spin in, please. Can you confirm with the authorized, please?
Sorry,
Can you confirm with the authorized?
yes, sir.
Roll forward, yes. I can see till the pad, yeah. I can see gap between bat and ball. Go to the ball tracking when you're ready. Original decision is not out. Pitching outside off. Impact is 9.
খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন। ধন্যবাদ। খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন।
Yeah, and it's unusual. He normally goes the other way. He goes outside leg stump to give himself room to hit through the offside. This time he was shuffling across his stumps. Very marginal call.
Conway just gets a glove, but not enough to prevent a leg bye. 2 overs gone, 10 without loss.
বন্ধু জানে বন্ধু চাওয়ার মানে, আর জানে এয়ারটেল, তাই দেশ জুড়ে বেস্ট জব অফার নিয়ে এয়ারটেল আছে বন্ধুদের সাথে। এয়ারটেল।
Beauty dazzles. Beauty soothes. Rosa, beyond beauty by Akij.
Bolt for his second over. Width and just didn't quite hold his shape there, Sterling. One of the balls he would normally pounce all over.
Yeah, I think that's a good indication that he's not quite at his best. Ball like this, offering that kind of width, he'd normally drill that square to the fence. Snatched at it and took it a little early.
Front foot disappeared towards mid-wicket, didn't it, rather than getting that weight at the ball.
A good indication that
He goes to mid-off. Not perfectly timed. One man who did find his timing today was New Zealand skipper Kane Williamson had a slowish start, but then picked things up nicely. Finished off with some wonderful boundaries. His half century for the New Zealand skipper. 61 off 35. This time goes down the ground. Does he get enough of it? Does. Just clears Williamson at mid-off, and they'll pick up a couple. Indication from Williamson today was that when he got forward, strike rate improved. Those boundaries coming when he got forward, advanced down the pitch.
Yeah, it took a while. He was scratchy initially, and then much greater fluency towards the end of his innings, and it would make him feel a lot better. He came into the game under some scrutiny, under a little bit of pressure, ahead of what ought to be a semi-final for New Zealand. Confidence for him.
Big side, and there is protection out at deep mid-wicket now.
Ahead of what? Paul Sterling. It looked as though it should have been an
Treading
easy
a little bit of
two.
water there, Paul Sterling. It looked as though it should have been an easy
That
two.
throw came in at full stretch in the end.
Slight bit of alarm as that throw came in. At full stretch in the end.
Fielder. Good
Mitch
left
Santner.
arm throw. The stage.
Fielder,
Direct hit would have been
good left
all
arm
over.
throw. This stage, direct hit would have been all over.
Offside this time. Picks up a boundary. Couple of bounces. And into the advertising.
Offside
hoardings
this
it
time,
goes.
picks up a boundary, couple of bounces,
Very
and into the advertising hoardings it goes.
Yeah, that's where he is very, very strong. Sterling was wide again, but fuller this time. He just held his shape a fraction longer than the previous effort earlier in the over, and that ball skims away backward of square.
Good left arm throw. This stage, direct hit would have been all over. Out towards Santner again, so it'll just be one. Be over, a decent one from Ireland's point of view. 19 without loss.
সারা দেশের সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে খেলা দেখুন মাই রবি অ্যাপে, সাথে 499 টাকার দারুণ প্যাক রবি। ওহ অনিশো, কি পাগলা গরম। গরমের বেল নাই, স্প্রাইট, জাস্ট কুল থাকুন।
এবার টি20 বিশ্বকাপ জমবে ওয়ালটন টিভির হট সেলে। মাত্র 14,900 টাকার 32L30 মডেলের এলইডি টিভির সাথে।
Yep, Lockie Ferguson. And over for Tim Southey. Normally, Kane Williamson likes to play the power play. Tim Southey would change around. He'll bowl from Trent Bolt's end, possibly the next over. Oh, swing and a miss.
খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে। সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন। ধন্যবাদ। খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে। সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন।
That's good from Ferguson. Clearing that front leg, making them reach for it. New Zealand found themselves in trouble at the back end of the innings, courtesy of a brilliant hat-trick from Josh Little.
Yeah, a couple of LBWs to complete the hat-trick, and neither of them any doubts, really. Both full and straight. Wonderful moment for Josh Little.
Leg side, there is protection out on the boundary, gets round comfortably in the end. Ben Allen. fantasy points from that first innings. You imagine Little and Williamson will be right up there, and they are. 3 points for Joshua Little. Williamson, Delaney, Allen and Mitchell also in the top 5. Fine, the call is at least 2. So all it'll be. The problem with the boundary, there was just a moment.
Yeah, Kartik Mayappan picks up the first hat-trick of this tournament in the opening stage. Came in Geelong. That was a beautiful googly to complete the hat-trick.
Right down the ground. Timing not perfect again, but it should be 3. Start for Ireland, 4 gone, 26 without loss.
চঞ্চল ভাই
দেখা যাচ্ছে না বলে নেই নাকি? পানিতে থাকা আয়রন ও সীসা ফোটালেও যায় না, দেখাও যায় না।
পিওরি ক্লাসিক দূর করে ভাইরাস, ব্যাকটেরিয়া এবং নতুন যুগের দূষণ।
নতুন লাইফ বয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে আছে ভিটামিন। ভাইরাস ও ব্যাকটেরিয়াকে করো পাম্প, রাব, ছু কয়েক সেকেন্ডে।
আমার এক কথায় সব বন্ধ হয়ে যায়।
পানির লাইনটাকে একটু বলে দিন না বন্ধ হতে। ব্রুকবন্ড তাজা সতেজ গ্রানার করা লিগার আপনাকে তাজা করবে।
Oh, hat-tricks in ICC Men's T20 World Cups. Brett Lee, Bangladesh back in 2007. Curtis Kampfer, Netherlands, won Indu Hasaranga against South Africa. Iso Rabada, 2021, and then 2 this year. I think Mayappan and Joshua Little.
And it's a great advert for somebody like Josh Little, this tournament, with so many franchise competitions around the world. They'll have their eye on somebody like him, left-arm bowler who can swing the new ball, bowl in all phases of the innings.
But again from Sterling, should be a couple more. Overseas player, 100. UK summer this year, Josh Little for the Manchester Originals. A little bit similar, not quite as quick as Luke Wood from England. Well, a type of bowler, but Luke Wood's got a little bit more pace. Come on.
Bowling from Saudi. Sterling again outside leg stump, looking to open up the offside. There's nobody out on the offside. Saudi, very canny operator. Got his eye on Sterling, following him to the leg side.
New Zealand's plan has generally been this way: 2 for Bolt, 1 for Saudi, 1 for Ferguson. Saudi comes back, and then possibly 1 over of spin. Normally go to Ish Sodhi inside the power play. They have gone to Mitchell Santner. Becomes such an important over though, that 6th over.
খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন। ধন্যবাদ। খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন।
Lower ball and helps himself to four, does Sterling.
Yeah, good batting. An off-cutter from Saudi. Sterling waits for it. The man out is in front of square. Sterling just helps this behind square to the leg side.
Knuckleball just goes awry. He's just missed the leg stump. Give himself room again.
Kumar Dharmasena at square leg today, the second umpire standing.
Why Sterling is looking to give himself some room. There is fielders, but there's no one on the boundary. That offside. It's a great view from Paul Sterling's viewpoint. But in the gap, and excellent work from Mitchell. Finishes the fifth over with a couple, 36 without loss.
লাইফ স্পাইসি ম্যাঙ্গো, স্বাদ নাও লাইফের।
ওয়ালটন হট সেল অফারে 563 লিটারের সাইড বাই সাইড ফ্রিজ কিনুন 14,500 টাকা ছাড়। এছাড়াও বিভিন্ন সাইজের ওয়ালটন ফ্রিজে পাচ্ছেন অভাবনীয় মূল্য ছাড়।
Point. And excellent work from Mitchell.
নাই সবগুলো প্লেইং ইন গ্রুপ। আচ্ছা ওরা খেলো, গ্লোরি করুক।
Time for Ferguson to rev it up a little bit more. Pace on, you'll be careful. Very good surface, as ever, at the Adelaide Oval. It's a required rate is here over 10s, but they're going rather nicely here, Mel Jones, the Irish.
They're trying to own this power play.
Altogether, that's the bigger picture for them.
The Super 12
they are
phase.
obviously on the right track.
Wickets, the only team that have lost more in Zimbabwe.
Or from Manib Ali.
Up against the team with the ball on the
You can't bowl her there.
Brilliant.
That's
right throughout
her strength.
2022 in New Zealand.
Look at that, just a forward press and goes back into the crease, capitalizing that gap and the length that actually helped her play that shot. Just need to pitch it up. The first delivery was slower.
They're going to open up, but when you look at Ferguson's stats against someone like Paul Sterling, he's got him out twice in 11 balls before this innings today. So it's little matchups within this game that is so intriguing.
Bustling in Ferguson. Yeah, Skiddy, the quickest on show here in this ICC Men's T20 World Cup is Ferguson. Powerful brace front leg, and it's not that far away on the stumps for Lockie Ferguson.
Expansive shot for someone who's bowling with some 150 clicks. Big swing and follow through. You might just think just a bunt to the onside might be better.
Yeah, pace, and it gets at you. Scary. At his viewpoint, and boom! This is from Mark Wood. Fastest delivery in the tournament at almost 155 clicks. The comparison here, thanks to Hawke. Look at this. Here, not far behind. Ferguson there over 150. Harris Ralph 150 as well, and Stark just under. So it gives you very, very little time to make up your mind. We have had the power play, and Ireland are 39 without loss.
তুমি জানি কাউন্টডাউন ডিলস
জি তোমার জন্য বসে
খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন। ধন্যবাদ। খেলাটি সম্পূর্ণ এইচডিতে দেখতে চাইলে আমাদের প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া লিংকে ক্লিক করুন। লিংকটি প্রথম কমেন্টে দেওয়া আছে, সবাই লিংকে ক্লিক করে ফুল এইচডিতে খেলাটি দেখুন।
Bowling from the correct end too, because a certain Richard Illingworth is a left-arm orthodox himself. So we might just get a couple of things go his way, Melanie.
What are you trying to say, Danny?
That's good numbers. Half a dozen wickets in this tournament. He's gone well here. Santner shuts things down. So that's why Williamson's gone to him straight after the power play. See if he can get a wicket. Ideally for New Zealand. Sterling and co. Other ideas.
Run rate required is 10.5, and what Ireland have done is they've given themselves an opportunity. Wickets in hand, so critical. A lot of that is because of the last 12 months. Toured the world, New Zealand. Everyone before them.
Sterling, time to improvise, he says. We'll run away to one of the small pockets here at the Adelaide Oval, given we're slightly more on this side of the square to the Vic Richardson Gates, the eastern side.
Like this from Sterling too. They're just getting into his spell, trying to be consistent in his line and length.
Do not let a bowler settle. Sterling doesn't and cracks this one. It's gone all the way for 6. 50 up in style here for those in green.
I think so much of this delivery is because of the shot the ball before that tried to cramp him up, Paul Sterling, but he was up to the task. He threw that left leg out of the way nice and early. Had his hands to come through. It's just a 60-metre boundary square of the wicket.
Now bowlers, and we saw a bit of this at the Gabba, where he takes you and drags you wider, bowls a little slower, gives it more hang time. Santner, that is. Sucks you in a little bit. Sterling, nearly. Opening stand, skipper, his lieutenant, going well. Yeah, hear them get down, get down. Scored the odd boundary here and there, and a 6-2, and that asking rate still nearly 10.3. In at the fetch, tries to catch it. Great effort. Phillips. Had to be, didn't it, with the legs. 52 without loss after 7.
আরে আপনারা কি দেখেন? যান দারাজ অ্যাপে যান, ডিলস দেখেন, কিছু পছন্দ হলে কার্টে অ্যাড করেন, কিনলে এখনই।
আসছে বছরের সবচেয়ে বড় সেল, দারাজ 11/11। সারা দেশের সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে খেলা দেখুন মাইরবি অ্যাপে, সাথে 499 টাকার দারুণ প্যাক রবি।
No wickets down for the Irish. And the skipper, and Williamson, turns to his other spinner, the wrist spin of Isodi. Ian Smith is sidelined for us. Smithy had the power play, had pace. You like this move from Kane?
Well, let's not forget, Danny, that Isodi played here for Adelaide in the Big Bash and had a pretty good season, to be fair. He's a wicket taker, and that's what Kane Williamson needs now. He just needs a wicket or two just to get some new players in.
Skipper, and Williamson turns to his
Not a
other
good
spin,
start.
the wrist spin of Isodi.
But I've got to say, just walking around, I wouldn't say there's any great cheering or hustling going on amongst the fans. I think everyone's just sort of sitting, waiting here. This is very much in the balance. Ireland have had terrific end to their bowling performance and such a great start with the batting side of things.
Well, needed to get a half-decent chunk of it. I don't think quite got it all with Balbirnie, but well enough. Pressure, yeah, firmly back on the Kiwi bowlers.
He set himself early, didn't he? Nice balance, solid base. Heart and mouth a little bit, particularly when that guy is floating in a catchable area.
And with a cape on.
Can I just say, I've just been watching Kane Williamson